you guys are breaking off into your watches. So we have Roland watching for half the night, right? And then the other half is split up into 2 watch groups. What are the 2 groups?
Yeah, I'm still hidden behind this stalagmite, so.
Just
Sure,
sleeping.
but you also only have to sleep half the night. So I imagine you would be taking that role, but you're still going to need to rest a little bit, or are you going to forego and watch all night? Okay, so the Duergar takes it in one section, and then I guess just Blurg and Darendelle would make the most sense as far as keeping up the facade goes.
So you're telling me Roland doesn't fart in his sleep?
She seems pretty hopeless now after talking to you for a little while that you could actually. Yeah, she's got a luxurious, soft, very long, well-kept beard. Yeah, she's a dwarf. All dwarves have beards, even the women.
Ew.
Well, dwarves find it very attractive. Way to be inclusive of other cultures.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
that's really racist of you.
So good.
You're supposed to like it. And she's like very stout and wide and muscular, very strong, steely eyes. And the most feminine part about her is her tiny little nose. And that's really the main difference between male and female dwarves. Is male dwarves have these like big, bulbous, sort of like rocky noses, and female dwarves have very nice, slim noses. But everything else is almost exactly the same feature-wise. So she's, yes, very attractive female dwarf.
Okay.
The Duergar are keeping watch. Those of you in your little camp there, which presumably is over here somewhere, the Duergar rush up and wake you, and they say, we got company approaching.
Everybody up.
The 2 Duergar sort of post up on the path coming from behind.
Oh, is it Glabagul finally arrived?
Yeah, it's Glabagul. Are you guys?
So this is a very special present for the king of your city. He doesn't know it yet, but this is a totally unique slave that we're going to sell for a very high price.
That guy's really...
Quiet slave.
Oh, it's a welcoming party? I'm so happy to see you guys too.
I love it.
And then you see both Duergar look at each other again and back at you, and they go, "What the fuck?"
Told you, he's very unique. No, nothing else quite like him in the world.
Who are these new guys? Did you guys make friends? Are they big gay cubes too?
Jeff says, just roll with it. Trust me. To the guards.
What is this? Is this thing going to attack us?
No, he just kind of follows us. We're going to bring him all the way to the city and then sell him.
But he's not dangerous.
Oh, he's very dangerous, but only if he's provoked.
Keep him away from our stuff. We don't want to lose any of our merchandise, including living stuff, too.
Fair enough.
You guys are really weird.
And Jeff turns to the rest of the group, or telepathically, and is like, well, I was kind of making that thing up about selling Glabagul. I feel bad about selling people into slavery. But in this case, I would make an exception and actually sell Glabagul.
Stuhl's like, but he seems so nice. But I guess you guys are bigger than me, so you know better than I do. And you go back to resting. Not shortly after that, you're once again approached by the Duergar, and they say, "You guys have more people coming?"
Wait, is that a picture of Glabagul? He's got little googly eyes floating in his giant cube.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I now want to keep him in our party forever.
Yeah, he's now with us forever.
That's amazing.
All I needed was to show you guys a cute picture. I didn't know that. I will change my tactics from now on.
It definitely helps.
Sounds like we got company, and I don't know who it is, so get ready.
Does Roland sense anything coming?
Roll perception.
Gloomstalker, trading.
5 miles you can sense.
The primeval awareness for 1 minute per level of spell slot you expend. So I'll do just a level 1 spell slot once they run up and say they hear something coming.
Okay.
And it can use an action to expend 1 ranger spell slot to focus awareness on the region around me for 1 minute per level of spell slot you expend. You can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile or 6 miles in favorite terrain: apparitions, celestials, dragons, elemental, fae, fiends, and undead.
Technically, you can't detect these creatures because they're none of those types, but That's stupid. So, yes, you sense a small group of humanoids approaching, and you can sense that there are 5 of them.
Bro.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I guess the Drow have been following us, so.
Yep.
They're coming from in front of you.
Oh, okay, never mind. All right, then.
You don't detect the drow anywhere near you, by the way. This is a key thing for you because you can sense out to 6 miles. So this is the only living creatures you sense in a 6 mile radius aside from yourselves.
All right, I telepathically tell the others, hey, we got about 5 humanoid creatures coming our way.
All right, everybody get ready for a fight.
You guys take point, and they run back up to their campsite,
Jeff says, wait, hang on.
and then they both disappear. Like you can't
teleport?
see them anymore. You don't know what they did, but you can't see them anymore.
Well, let's make our fight at the camp in case those disappearing assholes can help us out.
You can hear now the approach of this group. You want to set yourselves up in any way? Now they're coming from over here. You can see where I'm pinging.
Where were the other slaves, the Duragar slaves? I'd say probably near then and try and set an ambush. Maybe use the slaves as bait.
Okay, so tell me exactly where you're going to go and where you're going to put the slaves, because I don't think the Duragar are going to let you move their slaves.
No, not move them. Just keep them wherever they are.
Yeah.
So where you guys are going to go stand by the slaves or what?
Like behind a rock somewhere nearby. So presumably the slaves are on a path that these other guys would be walking down. So Jeff would just like get a vantage point where he can kind of be out of sight and see what they are first off.
So you can see that there's like 4 different stalactites in this area. You can hide behind any one of those. You know which direction these creatures are coming from. Glabagul can't hide, so do you guys want to do anything? Ask him to do anything? Or
Hang out there and don't look conspicuous.
Calvinus will stand in front of Glabagoo, and he says, "Don't worry, Glabagoo, I'll take care of you."
well, and presumably these Duragar are still here, so you still have to pretend to be a slave.
I'm a slave, Glabagoo, and I'll take care of you.
So Jeff, are you letting your slave act like that? Quiet. So Calvinus, you're just standing out in the open in front of Glabagul.
Why you hit me with a stick?
Is that what you're doing?
You hit me with a stick.
Tell me if you're standing out in the open in front of Glabagul or if you're trying to hide like everyone else.
Yeah, I'm standing in with Glabagoo, standing there.
All right, so you and Glabagul are just like standing out in the open. And then the other slaves are just sitting out in the open. Everybody else is hiding, yes? So let me get the stealth rolls for everyone, please.
Jeff also telepathically says to Roland, I don't know where those Duragar went, but if it looks like they're going to get killed in this fight, I'd say we just kind of let that happen, or maybe help it happen, and then free the slaves.
Yeah, it sounds good to me too.
Calvinus says telepathically to Jeff, I got this, Jeff. I got this.
Jeff telepathically rolls his eyes.
Entrust yourself into my hands, Jeff. Name one time I've led us wrong. Name what instance?
You guys all take position behind your various stalactites. Roland and Jeff behind one, Darendil and Blurg behind another. Duragar seem to have disappeared, and the orcs, which you can now see as they approach, are arriving. And you can see there are 4 orcs, big, burly, stupid-looking creatures.
How high is the ceiling?
This area to the north on the map that sort of dips up into the cavern, that's only 10 feet deep. That's a cave or overhang on the cliff wall. On the other side, and from that point down, it's open for probably hundreds of feet above you while you're in this just giant chasm.
This stalactite next to Calvinus, does it go all the way to the ceiling?
No, it only goes maybe like 40 feet.
40 feet up. Boom, shakalaka.
That's a big one. So you see that this is an orc party, and there are 4 very large, burly-looking orcs with huge axes and skins, just like loincloths on. And they have these large, gnarly teeth coming out from their jaws. Some of them have like a pierced tooth, a variety of piercings in their ears. These are your more standard orcs. They aren't the more advanced-looking Orogs. But behind them is another orc who seems to be wearing a very ornate set of clothing and armor and robe all in one. There are like a variety of trophies. He's got 110 fucking necklaces on. on. He's got this crazy hat with feathers and horns and bones and shit sticking out of it. Very over the top, especially considering the other people with him are just wearing essentially like loincloths. And they approach. And as they walk in, the main orc stops, points at Calvinus. And the other 4 charge towards him. So everybody needs to roll initiative.
Let's get some, motherfuckers! Basically, we haven't had a proper fight since those Orogs.
We talked about you've had a bunch of fights.
People in our party died.
Yeah, but I mean a proper fight. I mean like a straight
I
up,
actually agree.
rough and tumble fucking... Sure, we fought an entire, like, war.
And then there are all the fish people. I mean,
The guy cut short, you know, we need to fight to the death.
Yeah.
okay.
It's been a while since we've had a fight to the death. That's
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Now, if one of our characters dies, do we just get to be another character that, like...
Yeah, you
comes
make another
in?
character and
Just make it new.
I'm the dwarf lady now.
Now, do we get to do them... Do we have to do them at level 1, or can we bring them in at, like, level...
No, it'll be the same level.
Woo!
Had
No
me good.
consequences for death. Woohoo!
Well, you should be invested in your character, and those are the consequences.
Yeah, totally.
Are you already done with the dickless giant?
There's so many fun characters you could be in this game. Like, so many cool different...
Dude, I'm
Bless
sticking with Jeff. He's supposed to be a necromancer, and you don't even get a necromancy spell until level fucking 5.
Damn.
Oh man.
Yeah, they do. They kind of screw necromancers in 5th edition. Even if you play like a necromancy wizard, you still like are really limited on how you can actually.
It just takes forever to get anything like an actual spell.
If Calvinus died, you know what? So be it, man. Woohoo!
Good to know.
The mortality of the characters is actually what's made this campaign so fun.
Roland, all of these orcs have noticed Calvinus, and the at least the 4 scantily clad orcs with rippling muscles bulging out of their strong male bodies. Are rushing towards Calvinus as he waits eagerly in anticipation for their arrival.
They're rushing towards like they're gonna attack.
Weapons drawn, rushing towards him.
Hail of Thorns. This spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from your ranged weapon or ammunition in addition to the normal effect of the attack. The creature takes 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one.
So the first thing you do is cast this Hail of Thorns, and then you
And then
attack.
shoot. Yes. Does that hit?
Yes.
Fuck yes.
Crossbow bolt flies out of the darkness and lands in this orc's chest, and it then explodes. Little bits of shrapnel fly into his face, and then large bits fly on either side of him into his 2 buddies. He's spitting out pieces of arrow, looking around confused, trying to figure out where the hell that attack came from. Second crossbow bolt flies out of the darkness, lands in between his eyes, and he falls back dead. Calvinus, these creatures have drawn their weapons and are rushing at you.
Calvinus transforms into a giant spider and then climbs 25 feet up this stalactite.
The orcs run up to the bottom of the stalactite, and they all take out their javelins. One of the orcs throws it at you, sticks into the side of your spider carapace, dealing 6 piercing damage. Then the leader from behind, he has the staff and he slams it into the ground and starts chanting, and the staff begins to shimmer and glow, and Calvinus, right in front of your face, you see another staff like made out of pure light appear. And then it just starts going whack, 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 right at your head. And you were not expecting this, so this knocks you silly. You take force damage. The leader then, after that, he runs up himself. He has in his pack a number of spears, and with his free hand, he pulls one out and chucks it at Calvinus as well. So you now have a javelin and a spear sticking out of the side of you with this other spectral staff floating right in front of you. You're just getting pummeled. Jeff, Calvinus has turned into a spider and is climbing up the stalactite right next to you. He's taking a serious beating right now.
Jeff's okay with that. He can't see any of these orcs yet, though, right?
From where he's standing, no. He does not have line of sight on them.
Jeff's going to cast Silence after he heard that orc leader chanting. 20-foot radius sphere. So I'm going to try and... I'm assuming the other orcs can't really cast anything, so pretty much centered kind of in between the orc leader and us. Any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage. Creatures are deafened, and casting a spell that includes a verbal component is impossible. And is that... I don't know what spell he cast with the magical whacking weapon. But I don't know if he has to control that through verbal components or anything, or if it's concentration, if that invalidates it.
Yeah, that only affects when he's casting the spell. So he can't cast any spells in this sphere that have a verbal component.
Is that spiritual weapon?
Yes. The other orcs join the fight, coming around either side of this stalactite, throwing javelins at Calvinus.
Calvinus turns into a fireball and falls 25 feet to the ground.
All right, so how much of that carried over?
4 damage as a fireball before he hit the ground.
All right, and then you took another 10 damage from hitting the ground. And then the last orc here sees you turn back into a furball, sees you tumble to the ground and hit with a thud, and he just drops his javelin and pulls out his axe as he starts laughing and moving towards you. Then you guys see an enormous Duragar appear out of thin air next to Calvinus. He swings his war picks, which is also now enormous, down on top of this orc.
Nice.
And it slams hard into him. The orc looks surprised and stunned from this attack out of the blue.
Hell yeah.
Glabagul says, I'll take the long way, guys, and starts slurping around down this way. Roland. Duragar have finally joined the fight, or one of them has anyway, as the orcs are closing in. What are you going to do?
Well, they can't see me, correct? Because of my,
Correct, although they know roughly where you are because you shot from that location.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot at this one. Yeah, the fancy guy.
He's fancy. No, you shoot and your bolt slams into his armor, ricocheting off. He looks down where it hit and then looks directly at where you're standing, although you know he can't see you. Calvinus, you have an orc right in front of you. You've taken some damage. What are you going to do?
Like, he just, looks to Jeff. Like, well, Jeff. Battle Master. Battle Master. He says it
Jeff
just
said,
like that. Battle Master.
There's a guy right in front of you. Fight that guy.
Okay. He turns into a brown bear. And attacks.
Calvinus leaps on top of him and tears his throat out, and the orc dies.
And is there someone else nearby he could attack?
Can you see the map?
He goes to attack the other guy.
Okay. Just tears another one to just shreds with his claws as that orc goes down as well.
And he looks back at Jeff and he goes, subpar enough for you?
You hear Glabagul from around the corner. He's like, I didn't see anything, but that certainly sounded subpar and really gay.
Thanks, Glabagul.
That orc is dead, and the leader sees his 3 dead compatriots on the ground and the one living one, and he turns to him and he pulls out this knife that has a deep red blade, and he just shoves it in the guts of the other orc right next to him. And that orc looks at him and just sort of nods. That orc goes down to his knees and falls down dead as well. Jeff?
Cast Hold Person on the orc that's running away.
That orc, the leader, stops in his tracks. Glavagool keeps coming around the bend as he moves by Roland. He's like, "Hi!" All right, Roland, you have a gelatinous cube next to you now. The orcs are all dead except for the leader, who is fleeing but has been held in place by Jeff.
Big dude left, and he's falling back over there.
Yeah.
He did something to the guy in the middle of the circle, though. He might, like, explode.
I think he took his like life essence or something.
I'm gonna move up to the stalagmite where Darendil and Blurg are. Yeah, and then I'm gonna use a hand crossbow.
Darendil, who I finally added to the initiative, says, "Well, it feels a little wrong just killing someone while they stand there," but he moves towards and just starts sort of tentatively attacking him.
Something tells me this fight is far from over.
And
Creature can't take actions or reactions, can't move, can't speak, automatically fails strength and dex saves. Attacks against it are at advantage. And any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet.
all right, so that's going to be a crit then. So that attack should have been an advantage, Andy, but you hit anyway. Darendil, on the other hand, just starts tearing him up.
Yeah, this spell is awesome.
That's tight.
Yeah, it only works on humanoids. Yeah, the limitation, but when you get somebody with it, oh man, they're fucked.
It works on your significant other. Old person. I heard him like trying not to. He's just like,
I was laughing at everyone else's like Max just kind of.
you laugh at the
And
failure.
I literally just did not respond.
Yeah.
Andy's good at that.
Biggles laughs at the failure.
So Darendil just like starts tearing chunks off of this guy as he stands there. It's just like looking at him, and he's like, "This is so wrong," but he does it anyway.
He's tearing like strips of flesh off of him as he just stands there.
Yeah, he just has this horrified look in his eye. Calvinus, what are you going to do?
Calvinus just starts cracking up as he watches Darendil just rip like strips of flesh off of this like helpless orc. But he's still a brown bear, so he's just like yes. And that's it.
That's all. You're just gonna sit and laugh.
Laughing, he just thinks it's so funny.
Let's just kill this guy quick. Comes down with his axe and just cuts the guy's head straight off.
Damn.
And he falls down dead. And then, Jeff, you see on the stalactite you were standing next to, which you did not notice before, a small symbol. And it looks like almost like the letter T with a circle through the center part of it and a couple of angled lines on either side. And it appears to be carved into this rock, but now it is glowing as though the rock has like magma on the inside, and you're seeing it through the cracks that this carving has caused. And it's very, very bright. And you see all of a sudden all of these corpses laying around you just start bubbling.
Magma.
Almost like magma, and then they start to sort of melt away into these sort of like bubbling pools of greenish, grayish, reddish, just nasty, melted orc substance. And out of one of the pools, a very large fist emerges. And slams down into the ground, and this fist is about the size of a small dog. And then another one. You see this head and shoulders, a very large head and shoulders, pull its way out. And it looks like an enormous gorilla is climbing out of the body of the dead orc that was stabbed by the head orc. And it's got red fur and blue skin, and it hoots and hollers and stands 15 feet tall. And as it emerges from the bubbling remains of this poor creature, it lets out a roar. You hear the Duragar go, "Oh shit." And you stand with a demon in front of you.
Vicious